As we are moving more and more to a newer generation of cryptocurrencies, there are a lot of things people like more than the other. However, there is a feature that everyone can get together with and agree that it is good. Passive income is something people love because of how much you can earn in a quick and easy manner. And with strong nodes, you can be sure that you can earn a big and passive income. Hello people of the internet to today's edition of Crypto Cash Out, where all we do is talk about anything and everything that falls under the crypto space. Remember that whatever you hear in this video is not a piece of financial advice, as we are not professionals. We only seek to bring facts to the table. So do additional research after watching this video to ensure that you will not gain the most and not lose a lot, if ever, if you do decide to invest in it. Let us formally start the video by introducing what StrongBlock is and what they want to do. StrongBlock is a protocol that is designed to help the world's blockchain infrastructure by the means of rewarding and reinforcing it. They want to reinvent the future of blockchain technology by making it easier for someone new to blockchain to participate in it. The idea behind StrongBlock is thought of by David Moss, who is the co-founder and the current CEO of the protocol. Mr. Moss is a blockchain expert and also serves as a strategic advisor for others. Now let's go back to the main topic at hand. It is important for you to know that each blockchain ecosystem stands on the foundation of two parts that allows decentralization to occur. Those two parts are the miners and nodes. Miners record the transactions that are being made on the platform and synchronize them with other miners. They verify new transactions and create blocks which they then record on the blockchain. The miners in the blockchain are rewarded for their job with the tokens that are built in on the blockchain, which is good news for them. On the other hand, nodes keep an updated copy of all the transactions that are being made on the blockchain and to give access points for anyone who wants to view these transactions to apply for the blockchain. Basically, they transmit and give the decentralized data of the blockchain. Their importance is also increased because of how they improve the security in the blockchain with the consensus mechanism that validates all the transactions being made. They basically make the rules of the protocol, but with how important their job is to blockchain, surely they are rewarded, right? Turns out most blockchain do not reward nodes as if they are not part of the foundation of what makes the protocol good. This is where people draw the problem from. Because nodes get no financial incentives when doing their jobs, many of them run a software that is outdated, have incomplete transactions histories, and some are even intermittently offline most of the time. Because of this, not only the platform is affected, but also the people who are invested in the protocol, as it can also affect the prices of the tokens. And once your blockchain is released, there isn't really a quick fix you can do to stop the problem. This where StrongBlock makes a Chad move and also rewards nodes with their built-in ERC-20 token. StrongBlock is the first of its kind to do so, and they seek to reinvent the blockchain meta through the StrongBlock Community DeFi protocol. They operate through the Node as a Service, or NAS for short. This means that there is no hardware present to maintain, as everything is on the cloud. Their NAS is easy to use and enables the non-technical people to launch the blockchain-compliant node and be rewarded for doing so. StrongBlock has built an evaluation system for nodes that checks and sees throughout the system which nodes are doing the best among the rest of the community and allocates strong tokens for them, the tokens that we talked about earlier. They have also made sure that everyone can create their very own node through the NAS platform. Because of that, even someone with no experience doing so can create Ethereum 1.0 nodes in a few clicks because of how easy they are being made. This not only makes nodes work better because of the thought of incentives, but it also makes the blockchain stronger as there are more nodes in it. Strong node is a special type of node called the private node. It is not a full node that groups nodes that operate independently from each other to store all data, nor is it a lightweight node that is less autonomous and is highly dependent on the performance of the full node. It isn't even a lightning node that establishes connections between outside users with the node. If you are quite unfamiliar with what a private node is, let me tell you something about it. Basically, private nodes are developed in order for users to have a mixed use of monitor types. A whole bunch of these nodes are required for you to form a blockchain as a service, or BaaS. This new service is expected to grow massively in the following months, as it does not need any hardware to give support to the Ethereum network. Now, to start setting up your very own StrongBlock node, you need to buy at least 10 Strong tokens, which is about $2,600 with the current price. But you have to get it by swapping ETH for some Strong through Uniswap. After that, you go onto StrongBlock's website to start creating your own node. Here, you can name it whatever you like, and remember that you still have to pay fees. Experts advise that if you do set up a node, always keep $500 in the wallet so you won't have to worry too much about the fees you need to pay. But you know why you're here? To know more about passive income with the protocol. With your very own node, StrongBlock will reward you with about 0.09 Strong every 24 hours. It's that easy. Or is it? Remember that you still need to claim the rewards and pay the gas fees that come along with it. An option you can is to claim the rewards in batches so the fees don't add up. Plus, it's good for the environment. This way, you can cash out a lot and pay for less gas fees. The Strong you own in your crypto wallet can now go back to Uniswap and exchange it for another cryptocurrency. Then later, you can send that to an exchange website and you can sell it to earn fiat currencies. But each token is expensive, and with a 10 Strong minimum to start a Strong node, it would be hard for some people to start up their passive income generator. The good news is that there are alternatives you can do which are different in process but are similar in outcomes to give you income. The options you have are yield nodes, staking and rebashing tokens, or do some dollar cost average to purchase Strong little by little until you can afford the whole thing. As I mentioned, the tokens are exchanged for ETH and other cryptos, which means that there is an ecosystem involved. That ecosystem of the StrongBlock token is based on the Ethereum blockchain, and the token is called Strong. Don't let the name deceive you too much, as we have a lot of things to say about this one. The tokens are used to enable governance in the protocol. At one time, the total supply of Strong token was at 10 million, but in November of 2020, they decided to burn 97% of their total supply, which amounts to over 9.4 million tokens. Was this to increase the price? Maybe, but their efforts were in vain as the price only mooned a year later. Currently, the total supply of Strong only sits at over 500,000 tokens. At the current time of writing the script of this video, each Strong token is valued at the price of $267.30 with a one-day increase of 1.53%. Some people may consider this price as not too shabby as there are a lot more coins that have lower prices, but the market cap of the token sits on over $36 million, not even half $100 million. To add insult to injury, the price, together with the market as a whole, has been dropping like crazy. In less than a month, the price of Strong dropped from over $500 to almost half of it. Strong token had an all-time high of $1,213, and it hit it in October 2021. But that was during an impressive bull run to start the fourth quarter of the year. As you can see from the price I mentioned earlier, it has not been too good for Strong. However, forecasters are hopeful to see the price go up soon for StrongBlock. One of those forecasters is from CoinCodex.com, who sends multiple signals for you to buy in Strong Buy when comparing it to the growth of the internet, Google, and Facebook. But when it comes to technical analysis, they have multiple signals telling you to sell. Another prediction comes from DigitalCoinPrice.com that sees Strong to end the year at a price that almost reaches $400. By 2023, they expect the coin to end the year at a price of $447.63. 2024 is a year to watch for, though, as they predict the coin to rise and fall throughout the year, eventually hitting $500 by November and dropping to $400 to end the year. Our last prediction comes from WalletInvestor.com that sees the coin to skyrocket after this bearish run of the market is done. In fact, their one-year prediction for the token is at over $885. In 5 years, they predict the coin to be valued at over $3,000. Even if the future seems very bright for StrongBlock, remember that your money is still not insured, especially if you forget to pay the maintenance fees, and we all know that those add up a lot. The maintenance is around $15, and if you fail to pay that, you don't get to claim your rewards. You do have the option to pay 3 months in advance, and people still think that it is a scam. Also, remember that when collecting rewards, they say it is best to collect in bunches so that fees won't add up to a lot. A lot of people are still skeptical of the idea of investing in a passive income. To combat this, StrongBlock has partnered with Polygon to ensure the safety by adding security and have quick transactions that come along with Polygon. However, that would be all for us today. Thanks for watching this video. Remember that it is always free to hit the like button under the video, so please do us a favor and hit the button. You can also subscribe. It's free. Help us a ton and you will get more and more videos from us. It's a win-win situation. Also, would you be so kind and leave a comment down below if your thoughts about the passive income opportunity of strong nodes for a chance of a shoutout giveaway. We also have a video on a very hype up blockchain game in the industry, Illuvium, so go check that out. Well then, until next time, have fun cashing out!